straw bales to start our straw bale garden with. And we're going to start it up here about where the truck is so that we have a little bit of a wind block with our new cargo container, because if you can't hear right now, it's really windy, and we want to try and keep these protected a bit. You can tell how different it sounds right here with the wind, without the wind I mean. Anyway, so we got the kids helping out getting those unloaded, and Osa wanting to play. And there you go.
Hey Duncan.
I got your...
Yeah?
Where you got these seeds?
We got them at the hay store.
Oh, hay store?
Yeah, the hay store.
Move back.
Yeah, put right here. No, right there. I meant right here.
No, it's going right here, sweetie. Anyway, I'm gonna get my 30-0-0 if you can get that, or 30-0-4, and start putting half a cup or so onto the bales. So you just want to spread it down evenly. Get some more first. And you're going to be putting this on every other day and watering it in really well. And putting at least a couple gallons of water into each bale every other day. Alright, we are on day 2 of conditioning this hay bales, and I started looking at them. And traditionally you set them up with the strings on the side. It helps hold the bale together tighter as they're used. But I was looking at these bales, and the top sides are just straight cuts across. The straws are just laid across. There's no open ends really, and you need to have the open ends to get the nitrogen fertilizers down and the dirt inside it. If you come down on the sides, you can look in here, there's these real tons of cut open ends in here. So talking to my dad, who's been doing this for years, he thinks these were cut out of a round bale, which he got some of these like this one year, and the straw is just kind of all over the place. Like on this one, on the next one, it's just all directions. The top is still pretty darn straight across. See, I don't have a lot of hole openings on straw there. But anyway, so I've treated the top. Didn't really do anything because the water ran off too much. So I'm going to lay these down flat now. Have the strings across the tops, which is against what most straw bale gardening tells you to do. But that's the way these are going to work this year. But I'm going to turn these from horizontal to the container to perpendicular, so they can just go downhill. There's a hill here. So the gravity can feed, the water can just feed the bales down in one line like this and just go downhill, and I can always add more down at the bottom. So that's the project for right now. We got to get them watered, get them treated. I'm going to be moving stuff for a few minutes. All right, today I'm just watering the bales, putting a gallon or 2 of water in each bale. And so I'm just going to pour a bucket or so in each bale. Just soak them down the best I can. I got this arch up on the straw bale garden. I had to move that row on the left over a bit to get the width for the arch correct. But basically just put 2 or 4 T-posts, 2 in each side, and fed the cattle panel over the top of the T-post. So, nice night tonight. Loud dog. Okay, the other thing we got was I got from work last week a couple of IBC totes. I was lucky, they were getting rid of them and I got to take them home for free. Can't beat that. They had some fertilizer in at some point, so we're not going to use them for drinking water, but they're perfect for gardening. So I did order a couple of, turns out they had 2 different pieces on the valves on them, 2 different types. And I got online and ordered these spigots for them. And the guy who's selling them sent me pictures. Choose this one, choose that one for the different types of connectors. So after consulting with him, I chose the 2 I thought we needed. One of them doesn't work. This one over here. So I'm going to see if I can find another one of these at work that matches that valve and see if I can take another one home. So I found a lot of, looks like fruit flies all over
Alright, you rest.
the hay bales, straw bales. So before I plant them, I'm trying to kill them. So we're starting with a squirt bottle of Dawn dish soap and water. See if I can get them coated in soap and kill them all and kill their eggs before I start planting in here. And this is the second ladybug we found, or third ladybug I think we found today. That's a good sign. They're over here trying to eat these flies for me, but they've got a lot of flies. I need more ladybugs. So we'll keep with this soap spray and see how it goes. Okay, we got planting day on our strawbale garden today. I have just grabbed a bunch of this garden soil that is for in-ground use, stuff just from Walmart. Okay, so I have the dirt on top of the bales. I'm sure I'll be adding more because it's always more than you think. You always need more than you think you do. For now, I'm going to put one pre-grown or started tomato plant per bale. Duncan is helping out. And I'm going to go ahead and plant some seeds along the sides. Well, we had another development here. The dogs think it's fun to lay on the dirt and stuff I'm planting. So, in order to get them to stay off, we have this gridding that I've been planning on using for gabion walls at some point. OSA. And I decided to use it to keep the dogs off for now. The pallets on the ends are temporary until we can get a better end. Probably just wire across the gridding and get some wiring there. But it started to get really windy and stormy. It's managed to not rain on us recently. It did rain earlier on us. But time to wrap it up. Looks like it's going to dump on us. It's everywhere around us. Thank you for your help today, Douglas. All right. Bye.
Bye. Don't care about me.
So what do you say?
Hi.
What are we doing, Duncan?
We are going back. Look.
Right in the back of the truck.